Traveling to a country is one thing, living there permanently is quite another. Natural beauty and climate, crime rate and available entertainment, healthy wages and high living standards, these are the main factors people are looking at while searching for a perfect place to move to. And unsurprisingly, living in countries with the best scores in these indexes can be quite expensive. So if you thought about moving abroad or starting life afresh in a new place, it's worth looking through the list of 10 most expensive countries in the world to live in to know what to expect. The places mentioned in this video are ranked according to the average cost of accommodation and living expenses for a single person living in the capital or any big city of each country. So let's start. Number 10. Barbados. Barbados is a sovereign island nation in the Lesser Antilles of the West Indies and the Caribbean. It is the fourth most densely populated country in the Americas, and its capital city, Bridgetown, is popular among expats for medical tourism. The cost of living here is relatively cheap, but of course will solely depend on your choices. Housing prices vary a lot. City center and beachfront properties are more expensive, while outside of these areas the prices can drop dramatically. To rent a one-bedroom studio apartment in Bridgetown, you're only about to spend around $500 a month, or $10 a night in an Airbnb. When it comes to food prices, like in any island nation, most things are imported. This adds extra to the price of many things you see on a store shelf. So don't be surprised that buying a couple pounds of chicken and a carton of eggs will cost you $15, but seafood and fish are much cheaper. Number 9. Japan. Japan is known for its high living costs, especially the capital city Tokyo, which is the 11th most expensive city in the world. The main reasons why the cost of living here is high are accommodation and transport, if by transport we mean owning a car, but it doesn't mean you can't control your expenses living in more remote areas. But if you seek modern innovative conveniences, then major cities like Tokyo and Osaka are worth checking out. Here you can rent a one-bedroom studio apartment for about $1,300 per month, or $110 per night in an Airbnb. Food can be a bit pricey, but due to a stable economy and low inflation rate, you can easily plan your spending on groceries. Last but not least, living here also means receiving universal public healthcare, which will not cost you a small fortune. Number 8. Norway. It is notoriously expensive as any other Scandinavian country. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in the capital, Oslo, will set you back around $1,200 a month, or $85 a night in an Airbnb. But renting in more remote areas can be a great option for those who want to save money and enjoy secluded places with breathtaking views. However, food prices won't be reduced in any case, so expect not to have much change left from $15 when buying a meal out. Taxi fares and transportation fees are sometimes double what you would expect to pay in the rest of Europe. However, thanks to their progressive tax system with some of the highest taxes in the world, every expat has access to universal healthcare and high-quality public services subsidized by the government. Number 7. Luxembourg. One of the smallest countries on our list, Luxembourg, is also one of the smallest sovereign nations on the planet, and it won't give you much wiggle room when it comes to your monthly expenses. When you arrive in Luxembourg City, you can expect to pay around $1,300 a month for a one-bedroom studio apartment, or $80 a night in an Airbnb. Luxembourg simply lacks land and suffers a great shortage of housing, while being a desired destination for many tourists and expats. Lucrative wages, tax breaks, and one of the lowest crime rates in the world have also put Luxembourg on many EU citizens' radar. Eating out will cost you between $17 and $25. Also expect to pay some extra $9 for a beer or extra $6 for a coffee. Number 6. Iceland. You probably won't find a more popular place for millennial travel bloggers and introverted nature enthusiasts. And beyond doubt, Iceland deserves recognition for its striking volcanic landscapes, black sand beaches, and stunning ice caves. The cost of living here is a bit higher than in Norway and will cost you about $1,200 a month for a one-bedroom studio apartment in the capital city of Reykjavik, or $130 a night in an Airbnb. Also, food prices are an issue. Being an island with very little fertile ground has its difficulties, so groceries will cost you even more than in continental Norway. So while you're there, eating out will cost you around $12 for a basic meal, $8 for a beer, and $2.15 for a cup of coffee. But to be fair, Iceland has many perks to balance out its price, aside from marvelous views. For example, a great healthcare system and a top rank on the list of the world's safest countries. Number 5. Switzerland. Tourism, and especially business tourism, has been on the rise in Switzerland. So even spending a vacation here can burn a hole in your pocket, as everything here is pricey. Going to a bar for drinks, renting a hotel room, buying souvenirs or shopping, enjoying delicious meals at restaurants, calling a cab, almost everything here costs a small fortune. But living here permanently is a whole new level. Some expats even joke that living here means working here as well, as only Swiss wages can provide you with enough purchasing power to sustain living here. Accommodation for a month in the capital, Bern, or the largest city, Zurich, for one person will cost you between $1,200 and $1,400, or $80 to $90 a night in an Airbnb. Also, Switzerland has the highest food prices in the European Union, so expect to pay $15 to $20 per meal eating out and an extra $5 for a cup of coffee. Number 4. Singapore. Great living conditions and business opportunities have drawn expats to this small city-state for many years. It's known to be a great place to do business, and almost everybody here speaks English. Although Singapore is quite small, and exploring the country's splendor and beauty probably won't take you very long. It has educational and employment prospects only few countries can compete with. Moreover, healthcare and infrastructure are of the highest standards. However, living here permanently is quite a task to accomplish. Due to scarce landmass and natural resources, Singapore has to import food, oil, and even water. No wonder all this has led to astonishing prices for accommodation and food for both tourists and citizens. Renting a one-bedroom studio apartment will cost you about $2,200, but still, living in one of the top countries in Asia in terms of quality of living, safety, and lucrative salary packages can compensate for the cost of living here. Number 3. The Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands is the second most populated British overseas territory in the world. It is located on the western end of the Caribbean and is made up of a number of islands like Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, and Cayman Brac. The Cayman Islands are well known for housing offshore companies, and it's believed that there are over 100,000 of them here. That and marvelous views has made this country a dream come true for many expats worldwide. If you're considering doing business in Georgetown, the capital city of the Cayman Islands, then a one-bedroom studio apartment will cost you around $1,900 a month, or $85 a night in an Airbnb. And as well as Iceland, this country cannot sustain itself on its own, so many goods are purchased elsewhere. Thus, a basic meal out will cost you at least $25, with beer costing around $8 and coffee around $7 a cup. Number 2. Bermuda. Similar to the Cayman Islands, Bermuda is a British territory in the North Atlantic. Its capital city, Hamilton, has a current population of just over 1,000 people and is deemed to be one of the most expensive cities in the world. When looking for accommodation in the city, you're going to need some deep pockets, as a one-bedroom studio apartment will cost you around $2,700 a month, or $220 a night in an Airbnb. If you're a drinker, then get ready to spend some cash, as one glass of beer will cost you a minimum of $10, and dinner will be between $20 to $30 per person. For partygoers, Bermuda provides a lot of bars and clubs available at night, but you will definitely need to stock up on some money to enjoy them. Number 1. Monaco. From James Bond to Grace Kelly, Monaco has been both a home and a vacation spot for many celebrities, royalty, and rich people, both fictional and real. With a third of its population being millionaires and having tax-free status attracting a lot of wealthy entrepreneurs and expats, Monaco has become a playground for the 1%. So there's no surprise that living here has a tremendous price. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city center will cost you $4,400 a month. Outside the city center, that same apartment will cost you $4,100. These accommodation prices may seem unreal, if not for the fact that Monaco is a very densely populated country with only one commune, the municipality of Monaco. But aside from renting, there are also other living expenses, right? Well, an inexpensive meal for one person will cost you around $36, and it's quite reasonable for a country where a loaf of bread costs $2.33. So that's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss a new video.